Now to some news from the tech world, and Polish video game developer CD Projekt has sold its digital storefront GOG, marking the end of nearly 2 decades of ownership. The DRM-free platform has been acquired for around $25 million by Michał Kiciński, the co-founder of both GOG and CD Projekt and a major shareholder in the company. CD Projekt says the move will allow it to focus fully on its upcoming slate of video games, including new entries tied to its major franchises such as The Witcher and Cyberpunk. GOG was launched in 2008 as Good Old Games, building a loyal following by offering DRM-free titles that can be played offline and preserved for modern systems. Company executives say GOG is moving into capable hands and are confident its independent future will bring new projects and long-term success. Joining us now is Rishi Alwani, the founder of 0451 Games. Thank you very much for joining us here on NewsX World. First of all, can you explain to us how a DRM-free model works and how it's different from models like the Steam Store or Epic Games Store?
So how it usually works is, unlike a game you buy on Steam or Epic, there's no digital rights management attached to it. Now, digital rights management is a real contentious subject within the video games industry. Consumers feel that DRM implementations such as De Novo and others hamper performance of a game when you download it. Your frame rates go for a toss, performance goes away. It's a subpar experience. That being said, from a publisher point of view, from a game creator point of view, they believe DRM is necessary from a point of view of ensuring that piracy isn't the norm, right? It protects them against piracy. Now, GOG distinguished itself by having games without DRM, which allowed players to actually download them and allow for digital ownership in a way, because without DRM in the picture, you don't have to ping a server even to play an offline game, right? And that's how it tended to work. That was a differentiator. When it launched as Good Old Games, their focus was retro. Their focus was titles that never found their way digitally, right? Now their focus tends to be more on DRM-free games, tends to be on video game preservation. And it's an interesting move because from a business point of view, PC gaming, close to 90% of sales happen on Steam. Steam is the de facto, right? GOG has always been, GOG/GOG has always been the fringe option for a lot of gamers, even in India, where there isn't a clear winner. It's pretty much been Steam all the way. So to me, it seems like a situation where, you know, the sale was relatively timid. Most reports peg it at $25 million is what was paid for the sale, which means like a drop in the ocean. When you compare that, Steam alone had 17 billion in revenue this year alone until November, right? So to me, it'll be interesting to see how they can scale GOG forward, how they can do more with it, because it's been pretty, outside of the game preservation efforts, they've been rather quiet.
Yeah, and what does this sale signify for market diversity in the video game industry going forward?
A good question. I do believe the biggest concern right now, and it's not just in video games, it's even in big tech, is that there's too much consolidation in the hands of a few players. I do believe that given the buyer's intent, given Michael's content, the objective would be to scale. I do think this would help in us seeing more of GOG in the years to come. Also keep in mind that before even purchasing GOG, Michael was also involved in Mudita, which ended up being one of the more cooler tech platforms for mobile phones as well. So I do think that we might see a more opinionated approach to market, which could actually work with the current state of PC gaming. We're in a place where a large sentiment is even not even in favor of having Windows on PCs. People want a more lightweight, less surveillance-driven operating system, and that's what we're seeing as well. So I do think that the timing is right, and it could allow a more opinionated, more vocal GOG that isn't tied to a publisher agenda like it would, like what it was when it was a part of CD Projekt, right? Because if I'm a game developer, why would I want to be on a platform where 80-90% of the sales happen to be for CD Projekt Red games?
Yeah, and we've of course seen a lot of companies in the tech space make U-turns on similar philosophies, most notably OpenAI. Will GOG's DRM-free philosophy remain unchanged, or can we expect a similar U-turn to more populist model like Steam?
I do think that they can't walk back DRM. And I say this because there is, fine, while the numbers are minuscule versus Steam, there is a rabid dedicated fan base. And with more audience awareness, right, where people are aware that, okay, fine, it's not a question of convenience, it's a question of ownership. Those who are, and there is a gravitational push towards more ownership of what you purchase. So I do think that it would be pretty much suicidal for them to back off from a DRM-free approach. And, you know, it's not like it's not worked. We're in a situation now that, okay, fine, a game may not make it on GOG date, but are we making it in the same year, maybe a 2 or 3 month gap, right, after it show up on Steam, which is acceptable for a lot of the user base too. So I do think there are more than enough ways for them to diversify, with the DRM-free being the core reasoning, because no one wants a situation where you can't access what you buy. And we've seen this, right? When Steam goes down, or when the Epic Game Store has gone down because of Fortnite or whatever, the games you buy aren't playable. And those have a knockdown effect on users. People want a level of ownership. So I don't think they would step away from that. I do see them, in fact, taking more risks in terms of what games they sign on, or maybe even in terms of the revenue share they give to game developers. But I don't think they can walk away from DRM right now.
Rishi Alwani, thank you very much. It's a pleasure speaking to you here on the channel. Thank you for taking the time.